Okay. Hey everyone. Today we're going to be building some houses in The Sims 4. I'm just looking that everything is okay. A fun fact, this is what my game does when Sims shows me those advertisements pop-ups. It doesn't let me past the advertisement. When you press on the X to get out of it, it's like completely stuck. I have no idea how to get out of it, except entirely closing my game and starting it over. Just fun, quirky thing of Sims to do. Sorry about starting with that. Last week on Sunday we created some werewolves, some medieval werewolves, and today we're going to be building a place for them to live. We created a lot of werewolves, so I somehow need to simultaneously build house for 8 and more Sims, at least 9 Sims, but also make it not too big. Hi, Has. Yeah, we're continuing with our werewolves because I need it for the video. I need all of them, and I need this build for the video because that's where Blanche going to move in and like have babies there. Sometimes I just like leave them on the empty lot, but it doesn't look really good when I go there to roll them. Hi Raindrop, welcome, thank you for joining. So we're going to be a building. I was looking for inspiration for some Slavic medieval houses, but everything that I kept finding was from 19th century. I didn't do much research. Where? Here, this thing. I just like did very quick Google. So we're going to be using a little bit of our imagination. We're anyways doing like a fantasy version of the world, so it doesn't have to be entirely historically accurate. Nothing in this world actually historically accurate, so I think it's fine. I also wanted to kind of apologize for the lack of videos. I feel bad about how long this episode of Decade's taking me. It's been rough. It's been rough past 4 years, and it's been rough this winter. Is it going to be more fancy and rich or more rustic? More rustic, but not like very poor house. Rustic in the way it needs to look like they built it themselves, but we still need a lot of space, and I don't see them as like very poor family. I see them like better off than rain courts. I may, however, change the lot because 30 by 30, I need to look at it. It may not be enough. Thank you, Raindrop. I know that I don't have to feel bad, but just from the perspective of someone who watches other YouTubers, I enjoy predictability. I enjoy when people have schedules, and I know when to expect videos from them. But I was not able to achieve that for myself as person uploading. I don't know if this would be enough. Yeah, I think it's too small, because what I thought about doing is building one bigger house, kind of on the back of the lot, where I'm going to put as many beds as I can, but also making like 1 or 2 plots, something that looks like they started building another house right next to them. Like they have a lot of children, those children having their children, and they're like, okay, we need to build another house, we're not fitting. How many children did Blanche roll to have? Do you want spoilers? That would be a spoiler. Hi Nook. Thank you for joining. We may go to the 50 by 40 lot. I'm not going to keep this bar anyways, so. We're going to, and I surprised that I just noticed that this wall doesn't have 64 by 64 lot. I mean, this wall has like 5 lots. So let's say goodbye to this bar. What is that? Now it's residential. And it's so sad that this wall's so small, because I like the pine forest vibes. It is very modern vibes with the sewage system and stuff. We will have to do a lot of covering up with trees. I don't know, is this thing could pass for something medieval? Like I will bulldoze that library. Okay, let's start doing something. Similar to Vampire Wars world, I guess. All of those worlds are so small. Oh, so pretty, but so small. I never looked really back there. I just realized that there is like cut forest. Okay, interesting. Did you see the new Royal Legacy pack? I think it was just recycled gameplay in it. I saw only trailer, like first how it's called, where they don't show gameplay, when they just show like basically cutscenes, and I was not impressed. Like I just watched that, like what does it have that royalty mod doesn't have? Literally, royalty mod, completely free, works perfectly. Okay, So if we put, there's so much modern stuff. I'm going to do, probably not on stream, but a lot of like tool mod shenanigans. Moving stuff, covering stuff up. Where is a roof of some kind? So, for example, we have a house there, probably will be bigger than that. And somewhere over here we have like a construction site, but a medieval construction site. Maybe we will like just do a couple half walls, maybe something else, and paint it with wood. Like they're working on it. It's in the project. It's in the works. Maybe not this wood. Also doesn't have to be half off. Can be something else. And also a lot of trees, because I want it to look like it's nestled in the forest. I think we should go to debug. But I'm not reading chat. We could have just made it into one instead of splitting it into two. The modders are legends of the Sims community, that's true. I swear if mods didn't exist, I don't think would have enjoyed the game. Unfortunately, I have to agree with that. It could be cool to add a pond for fishing using the train tool. We could think about the pond, that's a good idea. I remember watching one of Morbid Gamer's stream was, because I discovered her unfortunately after she already stopped posting and stopped streaming. So I watched all of her VODs on YouTube. A little crazy, I know, but I'm a fan. And in one of those VODs, she said that somebody asked her, what would you choose, to play with all of the Sims 4 DLCs but without mods, or play with mods but only with base game without DLCs? And she said mods but no DLCs. And I feel like it still holds. I feel like that answer is still relevant. Okay, BB. Show hidden objects. Live edit. Okay. I just think I need trees so I can visualize better what I'm doing. This is a hard question. There is some DLCs that I do really like and use a lot, like Cottage Living, for example. But like without mods, I don't think I could play this game without mods. I literally don't know how to play this game without MCC. We could cover up sewage with rocks. I also don't know if I'm even saying the correct word for this. Like shove some rocks in there. That could be an option, like make them massive. I probably gonna need a sim to come here and help me. That's tall trees. Okay. Some moss. that could be fun. Also, when I looked up some inspiration, I saw like sunken in houses. I think the picture was called like pit house. When you go inside and you go a little bit of downstairs, not downstairs, just a little down, because house a little bit sunken in. I thought that could be a fun idea to recreate. It would just look like something slightly different from all of the medieval houses that I usually do. MCC is the best mod. MCC and UI cheats. I was not using UI cheats for very, very long time. I just thought that I don't need it, and after I started using it, I'm like, I cannot go back now. It's so handy. How big I want these pines to be. This is too big. I think this is functional tree, so I don't want them to go inside of the tree. So we're coming from this path. I will probably have to put sims on this lot so I can use tool mod, because I don't have better building by, and you need better building by to use tool mod in build mod. That's very confusing sentence. What is this? I think that's the tunnel to the top of the mountain in this world. Probably don't need it here. How long have you been building in The Sims? I can build to save my life. Very long. I don't remember when I got Sims 4. I think I got my first ever DLC was Cottage Living, because before Cottage Living came out, there was nothing in The Sims 4 that would entice me to stop playing Sims 3 and move on to Sims 4. So I was playing Sims 3 for very, very long time after Sims 4 came out. And I wasn't really building in Sims 3. Building in Sims 3 is a little bit painful when you compare to The Sims 4. Like, the just building tools in The Sims 4 are a lot better than in Sims 3. So after Cottage Living came out, I waited for probably like a year for it to go on sale, and that's when I moved on to Sims 4, and I started building kind of right away. But my first builds didn't look good. And I watched a lot of building YouTubers. I think that helped a lot. My favorite probably is Sid Mac. I think that, yeah. Like, she's my favorite building YouTuber. Building simmer. I'm trying to find more trees because for some reason werewolf has very little variety of trees. It like goes immediately into these ginormous ones. Why do I still have cheat bar open? Have you ever played Minecraft? That's my favorite game of all times. I love Minecraft. Between Sims and Minecraft, that's very close tie for my favorite game. Minecraft is my very first computer game that I played. And I also really like building cute stuff in Minecraft. I actually started playing Minecraft on my phone in school. Then I moved on to computer version. And I also started playing Sims 3 because other kids in my class were talking about the game, and we were like exchanging how is it called, discs, like physical discs, CDs, not CDs, it's about music, CDs. I don't know exact words. Sometimes I think about those times when, like, I had a couple of Sims 3 DLCs, like physically, but I had a bunch of them because other girls in my class had different DLCs, and we were like giving to each other. So we could try them and play them. And this is the same pine trees, just with different texture. Is it going to... No, it's going to look weird. Hi cat lover, welcome. You're not late, we just started. I'm still in a like thinking, deciding mode. I do really want to one day start playing Minecraft on this channel. That's definitely in my plans. I just kind of scared in a way, like people subscribe to this channel for Sims 4 content, and like I'm suddenly gonna start playing Minecraft. That probably would be weird. Maybe I could try to stream Minecraft, because that's much smaller number of people just hanging out. Okay. Yes, Minecraft. So if you were interested, we could start streaming Minecraft also. I would be very happy to do so. What is this moss item? I really like it. I also really like these little bushes from werewolves. They're fun and different. I think you could try one video or stream and see how people like it. I would be very excited about Minecraft content. Minecraft videos always fascinated me. They're really hard. I actually tried it in the past, and none of them are public. But for me, making Minecraft videos is much harder than making Sims videos. Maybe it's just like a practice thing. I just used to. I know what to say, what to do in Sims, but I also feel like in Minecraft you're making much slower progress. So you need to film for very, very long time before there is something to see. What I want to do is plan rooms, because I don't know what size this house even needs to be. Okay, let's. These beginning steps always really awkward. And I want rooms to be kind of big and cozy, to fit fireplaces. Also, this build will probably be with custom content. I usually don't use custom content when I build for videos, but there is some custom content that I really want to use. I think it would fit so well. For example, if we had a room right here, and that could be like a couple with some of their children in there, for example. I know that we need big room where everyone going to be eating and cooking and just hanging out, and it needs to be big because we have a huge family. There is already 8 Sims in the Book's family without Blanche and Book. So this is a massive family. I did it to myself. I don't like how big this looks. Maybe it's like narrower but really long. Okay. Sorry, I'm like losing track of chat. Fun fact, Minecraft was made in Sweden, where I come from. Cool. Hi Williams Burrow, welcome. Burrow, yeah, right. Welcome. Thank you for joining. There's 9 Sims. I'm surprised. I was just sitting and studying when I saw this pop up just now. I hope you had a nice study session by yourself. Okay, we're going to need a fireplace in this room, and I want to make like fake somehow very big stove with a bunch of place when I can put some jars, some jugs. Ideally, I would want to somehow make a stove that somebody can lay on and sleep, and I know that I'm sounding a little bit insane when I say it, but there is like a specific image that I have in my head. Not stove. Stove. I should have prepared pictures because I do sound insane when I say that about sleeping on the stove. And I was looking at like a Pinterest, just searching on Pinterest for some inspiration, and I don't think I even found a stove that looks like that. Maybe I'm using wrong stove, not stove, no, fireplace. let me show you. I want to like explain myself. I'm not crazy, I promise. Can we like open this? Yeah. This very lovely picture. I probably going to take inspiration from this. This is not medieval, this is 19th century. But as I said, everything that I was finding 19th century. I don't think that a medieval inspiration for slide houses exists. Imagine this stove. This not oven. Fireplace. How is this called properly? It has medieval energy. Yeah, I agree. It does has. Imagine that this part above the fire, it like extends a lot further, and there is surface on it where you can put stuff, and you can put your mattress or your blankets and sleep there. That was actually like a common thing if you go into like I've been in one like museum house when you go to look at old houses and their exteriors, that people used that surface to sleep on because it's warm. It's really, really warm. And winters can be harsh. Let's say we have door right here. And we come into this room and we have massive stove that I somehow going to make. I'm glad that somebody can imagine it. Because I do sound like a maniac when I say that I want them to sleep on a stove. And we're going to have a big dining table, maybe multiple, because where do you going to sit 8 Sims? I think this sits 8 Sims. And just a bunch of shelves and tables and stuff all around. Maybe it can be a little bit smaller. But if we imagine that this is, for example, for work and lunch, and for their kids when they were babies, and maybe in the future they can move out into this house that will be built right here. And maybe a couple of Sims can sleep in this main room. Maybe like grandma can sleep here, or somebody's baby can sleep there, or maybe I can do like one nursery for everybody's kids. But we then need at least 2 more bedrooms. It doesn't have to be like entirely accurate to fit all of the Sims. I'm not actually going to play with them. This looks funny. But I would like to make a house that potentially can fit this many Sims. And what if I decide someday to play with this many Sims? I can totally see myself being interested in playing with this household, and maybe playing through some medieval werewolf gameplay. What's that? How would that roof look like? What if I actually do sunken house? I kind of feel like I should go for sunken in idea, for a pit house idea, because it's just going to be a little something different. I'm scared of train tools. all I need is just a way for them to get in. And like a tile or two in front of the door. So they can stand there. I'm just going to make all of this softer. It's sunken in like a burrow for a wolf pack. Now when you said that, Raindrop, I like this idea even more. I was just going based off of inspirations that I saw, but you made it sound even better. I'm going to have to bring Sims here now to play test the door. I need to make sure that they can actually get in the house. That's where Blanche going to live. I'm so excited. Okay, oh, looks a little lumpy. Okay. I mean, that's not like really bad that it looks lumpy. Also, we probably will cover it all with plants. Okay, let me grab some Sims and move them in there. Do you have royal or nobles in this save? Yes, my goth family in this save are a royal family of... It's like a Willow Creek and Hanford area. That's like one. I imagine Willow Creek being like a big city and Hanford being like little town in the same kingdom. Do they have enough money? I hope. So, Goth family, a royal family of that area. It's going to be a little bit about them in the next episode. I should not be teasing you about next episode. I don't know when it's going to be done. That's very bad of me. I already cannot wait to finish it. I'm somewhere in the middle of editing and in the middle of filming. For a little bit of context of my life, I live in Ukraine. It's been rough. Especially this winter. Okay, I just need one of you to walk inside of the house.
Supreme?
He's going? Perfect. It works. Love, that's one way to put it. I cope with humor. That's my coping mechanism. The only one I know, to be honest. And distractions. Humor and distractions. I'm going to teleport? Yeah. But no, you don't have to. Now I need them to not go inside of the house. Yeah, thank you, Has. I also hope it will get better. Just taking day by day. That's all we can do. Roof. It's when I say roof, it sounds like I'm barking. This thought affecting me. I need to go back to my Pinterest inspirations. I also know that I don't have headphones in. I just know that when I click off the game, sounds disappears, and I still didn't found myself some music. That's something that I need to work on for this streams. I should be showing you that too. Why are you just looking at the screen? I use Pinterest for everything. So my inspiration usually comes from Pinterest. This is that pit house that I was talking about, being a little bit sunken in. This one looks like a really small house though. We're definitely building a lot bigger version of this. This I just kept open because that reminded me of Nosferatu, but like a Slavic version of Nosferatu. Looks hella cool. How is this? I'm basically looking for exteriors of the houses. Yeah, I didn't found many exteriors, apparently. Like a medieval long house. Technically, yes, but I built this section. And I will have to just imagine how to roof that myself. Sorry, I have a habit of closing all the windows. I like used to pressing those buttons on my keyboard. I kinda like the blue idea of painting walls blue and with this hay roof. Maybe does werewolves. I also just realized that I have shaders on. No. I'm building without shaders. I feel like shaders can be a bit blinding when you're building. I also have this custom content wallpaper, and because I know that I eventually will be using custom content, I can use that. It kinda has blue. Or like a dark blue house. And then hay roof. I know that that it's technically not called hay roof. It has a word for that, but that word confuses me. Is it thatch? Is it fetch? Fudge? This is one of those English words when I'm like, I feel lost. Yeah, patch. It's just T? Do I not supposed to do the like these things like in the world things. So it's thatch or touch, like touch. Educate me on how to pronounce that word. Maybe darker one. This custom content roof doesn't different from cottage living roof. Okay, good to know. You said it right, you just say it like touch. The second T is not that important. Okay. Also, somebody in the comments under last episode of Ultimate Decades tried to explain to me how to pronounce Boy Noel name. That apparently I'm saying it incorrectly, and from how I understand from that comment, it's about the girl name Noel is pronounced Noel, and boy name is supposed to be Noel. I think. I'm not sure. I do appreciate the help. I do want to pronounce them correctly. And it will help with differentiating them. Okay, we can do this. Okay, go there for a second. Or we can do like the same type of roof. Like this. I could also give Nael nickname L. I was thinking about that too. But it's also kind of like she's getting a nickname because her baby nephew moved in the same house as her. Okay, I think this will be our roof and walls situation. For now, I like blue, but I might change my mind. I kind of just picked this door randomly, but I kind of love it. Don't worry, that happens in normal families too. I just feel like a younger person should be getting a nickname. Not someone who's been living there for, how old is she? 16 years? My name is similar to my aunt's, but she has the nickname. Oh, okay. Okay, we need windows. I do feel like most of the custom content that I will end up using be from the same exact person, so that will be very easy to link, just like their Patreon and everything from their Patreon. I like the idea of shutters on this house because I'm thinking about, like, you want to be able to completely black out your house. It can be a little bit of my personal desires, but like, if there is, when full moon comes, there is some crazy beasts running in the forest. You would want your house to be not as noticeable, probably. So you need shutters that you can close and have like a little candle inside, so it's still nice and cozy inside, but at night your house kind of not as noticeable to those scary beasts that run everywhere. Also, I don't know how high these windows need to be because the perspective from inside will be different. I'm picking up that moss constantly. I guess it's fine. It's good height. Is it same height? Maybe do like this. I'm going to add the Black Widow characters in the Ultimate Decay save. Technically, yes. Not technically. Technically, they supposed to be existing in this save all this time, but I will add them. I will probably do that when I was gonna do like where are they now type of probably stream. I was planning to do that in the video format where we're going to go and take a look at all the families I gave medieval makeovers to, but I think I'm going to do it as a stream and not as video. I will edit stream into the video. I just think it will be such a funny stream. We're just going in the families. I'm not going to look in advance at any of them and just being surprised by all of the shenanigans they got up to. But also I will use that stream to give their descendants medieval makeovers and like maybe fix some stuff if somebody didn't have any children, but I want their lineage to keep going to like help them out a little bit. And in that stream, we will sort out Black Widow household because it's gotten big and messy. I think Windows has the wrong way. The shutter. I don't think so, because you like when you place them from inside, shutters go on inside, and when I'm thinking about it, that makes sense, because if you're inside of the house, you don't want to have to go outside to close shutters, and considering that they have like these bars. Like I'm just trying to imagine how you would close them from this side. So I thought that they slot like this because it's just more convenient to close them from inside. That's my thinking. And it also very similar to Jungle Adventure windows, like these ones. They slot with shutters on inside, and I thought that kind of the same logic. I've seen both ways in old houses, sometimes inside, sometimes outside. I've also seen both ways. So I'm just following how a window slots by itself. I'm hoping that whoever made the window, whether it's AA or custom content creator, they thought it through. Like these windows go with shutters on the outside. But I'm also picturing these shutters as decorative. Like it has glass. Shutters serve decorative purpose. When these windows don't have glass, and shutters are your protection from the cold. I also, like, returning to the Black Widow characters, I may not put all of them, like I may just decide that some of them died somewhere along the way from the wars and famines and plague. Because there's a lot of people in this household, the giant household. Okay, for now, placement of windows will be like this. I may move them around when I'm doing the inside. Let's paint a little bit of a path, so just to show us. Some of this says pine, yeah, pine duff. And I think it matches, yeah, it almost matches the Ocelot train paint. It never matches it perfectly, so just a little bit of a turn. It's also interesting to think how in the forest like this, when there is bitey creatures running around sometimes, how would you keep animals? Like, wouldn't werewolves just like eat them when they are rampaging? Because I just thought about where I'm going to put barn for a cow and chicken coop, and now I'm thinking, how would you keep them safe? This is main house, and I do think that this is just going to be like our pretend construction site. Maybe we're going to move it over a little bit and find some debug pieces for it. I didn't think about animals. A barn with closed doors, so the animals are safe at night. Probably the best idea will be. Closed doors, very heavy closed doors that lock somehow. What color is pine? Is it light? I think pine is light. I don't know anything about wood types, colors. I just thought that because they surround it with pine trees, their houses would be made out of them. Do you make houses out of pine wood? I don't know. Pine is light. I probably need to put to still like make it a room. if I want to sink it in or raise or do literally anything with it. Maybe we can raise this and pretend like this like wooden floors that they putting down. Trying some different construction techniques. None of the wood swatch is going to match. None of them. I'm kind of excited for Where Are They Now stream. I really, especially about like land grabs. I just know that there were like a lot of children out of marriage there, but I don't know all of the details. Yeah, I know about Caliantes because they were involved with elves. Okay, bye Raindrop. Have a good rest of your day, night. Have a good time of the day. Let's add a couple of columns. Need to look in debug, and debug is no longer open. Okay. What? Where I'm typing? Oh my god. When you go into manage worlds, debug closes and you need to type codes again. It's a bit annoying. I need just something that looks like chunks of wood. And I know we have a lot of that to debug. Is it all of the debug? Did I typed one of the codes wrong? One of the cheats. Yep. Yep, I did. Live edit objects. For Black Widow, I played it in a different save and I made really cool house in that save. The house that like has tree growing through it. But I have troubles transferring that house using gallery in this save, in any saves. It just doesn't do it, it shows me error of some sort. So I'm so sad about that because I think it looks really cool. And I was thinking about maybe making it a little bit more damaged and in the future having it like a challenge for some of my sim to restore that house. But I literally cannot move that house from that save. Gallery doesn't allow me to like put it in the different save. Sims 4 gallery is buggy, and it's often buggy. Sometimes you need to like close your game entirely and come back to do something. But specifically with that house, it like no matter what I'm doing, it just doesn't let me. Maybe it has something to do with the tree. When I was thinking about trying a very veggie challenge again, but like a medieval version of it, I was thinking about putting my veggies in that house, like veggie characters. My idea was I don't think I'm going to do it, so that, and also even if I did it, I like don't care about spoiling. It's just the ideas that I'm thinking about. My idea was to like have them to be like not human, just some sort of human-looking vegetable. And we had characters that was in Black Widow. We had characters that was like really young fairy that doesn't really know her magical abilities, what to do with them. So I thought that she could have created those sentient vegetables, maybe to be her friends, because she was very lonely in that house. And then when her and her father had to run away, move out, those creatures that she made would be just left behind in that house. And I thought that I could do like a first generation of very veggie broccoli has to like survive in this abandoned, half broken house, literally broken, it has like tree growing through it, and restore it. Maybe keep the tree because, you know, she's a vegetable, she likes plants, she probably feels very comfortable among them. And like make that focus on first generation, because a lot of things from the original challenge I would not be able to do in the medieval setting, so I would probably have to add on my own objectives. And I would not mind doing that at all. I think it's even more fun when you like add on to the challenge. But I would want to do that in like a new save. But if I ever decide to do that, I have to do it in the save where I built that house, because it's stuck now in that save forever. Bye, Nook. Have a good night too. For me, it's night. It's very late evening for me. It's already 8? Oh my god. Time is flying. I love these wooden beams from Jungle Adventure. Cue another installment of me talking about how much I love Jungle Adventure. I think I want to use them instead of the columns. Maybe a bit lower, yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave this future house project for now. We probably will add on to that if I find any objects that fit. Let's try and plan out inside of this house to make sure that we actually have space for everything that I want to do, that we have windows in all of the right places. I probably want fireplaces in all of the rooms for warmth. Also, where bathroom? No bathrooms, I'm just going to have chamber pots. No bathrooms for you. I really like these stoves, but they feel very modern. Maybe in that newer house. How I'm going to make that big stove that I want to make? Big fireplace. Just putting some lights in. I will probably need to use platforms. Let me open something to look at. I can close this. The styled stove on this picture is literally the same that I have in the game. Also, these pictures look way too smooth. I don't trust anything on the internet because the stupid AI things. I'm like suspicious of everything. Okay. Let's try to do something with platforms. Another option will be just find some big stone object to try construct fireplace of my dreams from it. Where do I want? I kind of want it on this wall, but that will be me doing the exact same layout as in a raincoat house. I have my habits. Okay, I'm just going to delete half-false. Going to raise this. I'm constantly grabbing trees now. And we need like a little thing that goes all the way up to look like chimney. This is okay. I'm going to move these pines. I will put them there later. we will put some sort of objects in between roof and the end of half walls, because this is as far as half walls go. Okay. Maybe we make this room go back a little bit. Because I'm kind of afraid that it's going to be pretty tight in here. I'm going to take up all of the space with my stove. Trust the process. I don't trust it, but you should. It doesn't look right against the wood. I just realized it. Also, this giant thing. Okay. I need more light. I don't think how it's going to be wooden. This looks a lot more right to me. Like just white house. White house. Is this matching? Not matching, somewhat similar looking paint for half walls or like these platforms. I mean, surprisingly there is. There's just like white stone, which looks perfect. Okay. How I'm going to make the actual fire part. I also think this needs to be flat. Yeah. I have this custom content fireplaces that just like a pile of wood. Because I don't know if I will be able to find one that looks right. Also snaps to the right place. Oh my god, please. I really like this fireplace because of the half circle opening in it, and I think that's the only one that we have that I have with. Oh no, there's also this one. I prefer Jungle Adventure fireplace. Maybe if I can hide it somehow. Also, do you have different swatches? Just going to make it gray, basically, for now. And try and move it with tool mod. This one, oh, why did you? Okay. If we just move you down, I mean, it kind of works. Move. Like this much. Now I think I need to make all of this. Okay. I'm like looking at the picture of the fireplace I'm trying to recreate. That's why I'm looking that way. We could use something from debug, like a literal building block around the fireplace. Got this thing. This is also an option. And also this like very white. Okay, we have a lot of options actually. Okay, this could be for like detail because it has some ornate pieces on it. It's now hard to decide what I want to use. Maybe this one because it is really plain. It's the shape of it is very plain. I did twist it. So I created a mess out of half walls. I'm going to go here. Oh my god. I feel like I made this way too complicated. Okay. this thing goes in here. Goes in there, but with tool mod. It's not going to go there by itself. Move it by 0.5. Yeah. Okay, maybe. I don't know how we're going to be lighting that fireplace. At this point, I don't think it's functional. What if I rotate this thing? What would be 90 degrees? Where did you go? Oh. It vanished. Hey, come here. The open surface. Take. Let's try minus 90 degrees, just in case. Does it go on the ground? Probably won't be able to go on the ground because there is no basement. Yeah. But I think it goes on the ground. So I cannot rotate it? What if I put you up? Let's do 30 degrees. Tool mod is confusing sometimes. It's like rotated, or rather not tool mod but objects themselves. It's like rotated because you can see that the green square that shows the footprint of the object is rotated, and when I'm rotating it, it's like going somewhere in the fourth dimension, literally disappearing. Okay, I'm just going to delete it. I feel like it's cursed now. Maybe I can use some shelves to do what I want to do. I don't know. I don't even know if I like this. I don't mind it like picking out because it's literally could be a chimney from the roof. I could put chimney in it. It has different lighting from the inside lighting, so it's going to be differently colored. But that part is like fun. It's the look on inside that I don't like. Maybe I should use chimney on inside. Trying to click on anything in this stove is like, where are you? No. Oh, something wrong?
All right.
Okay. And I think I'm going to use tool mod to make the shelf a little bit smaller. I think I sized it up twice, so that would be like 3. So if I make it 2.5, no, 3, so it's not 3, 3.5, yeah. It kind of looks a lot like picture I'm looking at, but I'm not happy with it. Do I like this triangle chimney in here? Like a little bit further back. Whoa, that's a huge chimney. Or is it? I can't tell really. Is it massive or is it normal in proportion to the house? I still could just pick different thing to use in the place of the chimney. Maybe I need two of them. Maybe I don't need two of them. I don't know. Okay, let's assume that this is our fireplace. For now. Let's build the rest of the room kind of around it and see how it's going to look. Floor is going to be wooden. Probably in all of the rooms. Immediately better with wooden floor. Also, don't let me forget roofs. Not roofs, like a ceiling paint. How I cannot paint this piece. I think I need to move this. Okay, this confuses me. Why I cannot paint that specific part? Let's choose dining table. Oh, for a dining table I think I had the pictures that I wanted to copy for dining table, like a layout. Probably closed it at some point. Dining table can be simple. Maybe even this base game one will work. Just in the right color. We combine two tables like this, we will have a bunch more seats. Now let's see if we can fit 10 chairs I like to use different chairs. Maybe this. I would love to put a bench next to this table and for them to sit on that bench when they eat. But I just know that it's not going to work in this game. Comfort. Probably just better using these seats. How many seats is it? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seats. But I kind of want to sacrifice 3 of them for the sake of having a bench. I think as I said, this look with older houses. Ideally bench without any back or armrests. I don't think I even have anything that, like, what I imagine in my head. Kind of like this bench from Romantic Garden, but wooden. This is made out of steel. That does not sound comfy at all. Kind of works the best of them all, to be honest. Like, just size. And that's from blacksmithing mod. Let's throw a rug down to see how all of this looks actually. Werewolf rug, of course. Just like, what else? Let's make it a little bit bigger, maybe 2. Maybe 1.5. Yeah. Maybe we're going to use a new version of the rug actually. I like the torn version. And I rarely use, like, newer looking one. Now the lights situation. Let's put some candles. This candle doesn't give off any light. Can put this one here. Is this candle or is this petroleum lamp? I think it's a little too early for this. We also need doors to other rooms. I almost forgot that. Here and here and to this room. Where are we cooking? We also need place for cooking. And I was thinking that I can maybe confusing, fit a bed in this space. I could try it like here. I was interested if it will work or not. This and whatever color, and if I like lower it, it's a little too long, but what does scoff means? I don't know what they're doing. Being unhappy about something. Can you... It's functional. It's functional. Okay. It's so fun. I actually love that. I probably can only put one bed in there. Maybe I can put double bed. And I need to think of way. Oh. It may cause problems, but it's going to look good. it's only 2 by 2 space, so it looks a bit bizarre. I put it this way. Where is double bed version of this? Fill over it and remove it. Why is time not paused? Come on. Move it. The moving thing is confusing. Like that. Maybe in a little bit more. And I wanted to move a little bit towards me. Yeah. Can you go in the bed now? Take a nap? She can. This makes me so happy. This brings so many memories. Did you had bed like this, Karina? Because I was feeling myself like a crazy person trying to tell people about sleeping on the fireplace. I only saw this sleeping setup in museum houses. I never like actually lived in house with this, with something like this. Okay, this is success. I'm so happy that it actually works. It may cause problems because I think if I tell her to get up...
Ooh.
Oh no, it's fine. She's getting up on this side. If I tell you to sleep on that side, she should be able to scooch. Yes. Somebody is getting parenting levels. Okay, and now get up. On the right side. Okay, so it's literally completely functional bed, somehow. Yes, we slept like 5 cousins on this. I only heard stories. Like from my grandparents and yeah, I think only from my grandparents. My parents already lived in more like a modern house. That's so cool. I feel less thank you for writing in the chat. I feel less crazy now. Maybe we can put a candle. Yeah, I don't know why this candle levitates, you know? Come down. I want to put rug next to it. I think it could look nice, but I don't know if it will go up there. Maybe smaller rug. Rugs are fighting me. Basically, I just wanted to look like a blanket, so it was not concrete. There, it's not concrete. It's like a clay. Okay, a little something, and we can also put pillows there. I have custom content, the one that I was thinking about using, and I'm going to show you a piece of custom content that made me want to do this build with custom content. Despite the fact that I usually would try to avoid doing that, so I can like put it on the gallery and more people could download it. Where is it? I think it's in flowers and plants for some reason. No. I see it somewhere. Okay, I think I just need to filter by custom content. It's like a stack of mattresses and pillows. Yes, this. I really want to use this. I wish this was actual bed, like maybe without pillows, but this stack of mattresses is actual bed. We could have put only like one bed for one person here and put mattresses next to it, but maybe I will reserve this for Blanche's room. It kind of, I feel like it fits. What is this? It's a tablecloth, okay. We kinda can use it. Can we use it right here? Could be interesting. So hay is not visible. If I had like a bigger one for a bigger table, because I think it's kind of massive if you size it up. If I size it up and like just push it down, how many times? Like -3. It's venture. Why time is going? Stop moving, guys. -2. Where are you? Maybe it just doesn't want to be lowered. Do. Elevate. -1. Okay. And 0.5. .1, and it's literally pointless. I wanted to hang from the sides of this platform, just so it looks cozier. Okay, how much do I need to move? Move towards me. Undo. Let's just do towards me, that's it. It like almost works. What if I just make it slightly bigger? Scale, I think it's 2, probably like 2 and 2. That's not slightly, that's quite a lot. Let's do 2 and 3, and now I lower you down. I'm so sorry. I think this as a tool mod is such a boring thing to watch. Like me wrestling with tool mod. And now I don't know if I even like it. I got it in the place where I want it to be, and I'm like, hey. Probably no. Just pillows. Where's pillows? Pillar. And it's 1L? How do you spell a pillow? Or they don't call pillows. Cushion? Yeah, it's cushion. No, it's called pillow. Why I wasn't finding it? Okay. Whatever. Big white pillows. Maybe rotate a little bit, make it 15 degrees, but wrong side. Rotate minus 35. Yeah. Hi, SP Jovanko? Is it how to read your nickname? I'm sorry if I was asking in the past already. Yes. Okay. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Okay, I'm liking this, but I think I need more lights. And kind of just more of everything, everywhere. Also, pictures that I'm looking at in Pinterest has shelves kind of high up above the windows. And I really like that feature. I want to do that. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you love in Ultimate Decades. So dark in here, I need more lights. I'm guessing you just joined the stream. We're building house in Moonwood Mill. Medieval house for werewolves. I'm just going to put it there for now. The back side of the fireplace is in the works. I'll come back to that. Thank you. I do have fun doing this. Because I'm pulling a lot of inspiration for this build from like not medieval Slavic architecture, but more of an 18th century because that's all I could find. But that's definitely bringing me a lot of joy. This is houses that I saw in history books. This is houses that I visited as museums, and a little bit like houses of older family members resembled that. Okay, we need to decide where our kitchen going to be, the actual cooking area. I literally can put countertop right here, like nothing is stopping me, no, except Sims pathfinding abilities. That can stop me for sure. I also have these countertops, but it almost seems too fancy for this house. I need to put fridge somewhere because before I forget to use it. I love this little guy. It's clearly too modern, but it's so small that I can almost like sneak it in somewhere. The fridge that I'm using when I do builds without custom content is obviously cottage living fridge because it's wooden. Thank you. This custom content fridge that I used in our main family house. Not my favorite, how it's called, texture, but it looks like just wooden shelves. One right here. And because it's just wooden shelves, I can put lights on it. I need all of the shelves. I also want dried herbs from cottage living. Decoration piece. Is it in plants? Oh, I like this, but the tints look modern. And also, why would you have flowers over there? I'm so ready to play with all of the custom content decorations. Like this dried corn. Perfect. I can put it here. What we have else? Peppers. I feel like it needs to go on this, like on the fireplace over here. Yeah. Just some newspapers, keys. Onions. Perfect. I was talking about this piece because in the DLCs that I have, this is the only dried herbs thing. I don't know why, but these hanging onions bring me so much joy. What else do we have? Something. This looks like a fabric, so it could be something embroidered. It's like a wheel. We could use wheel as a decoration. Basket. I also may use, why is it nighttime? No, I decided to make it not wooden, but if I did make it wooden, I could have used these things outside. They're so good. Okay, we have fridge, we have one countertop, we need a stove. And we need to make it not look weird because we already have fireplace. And I would kind of want this stove. Because this stove is functional with medieval book mod. I don't think only this stove. I think if I just shove it inside, it's not going to be functional, unfortunately. Let's try it. Move one. Oh, it went up. I don't know where it is anymore. Wait. Hello, can I like pick, look? Hello? No? Okay, it's in here. Maybe one just too low. Yeah, I'm just too low. Okay. I think I need to move it forward a little bit. Tool, move. It looks a little chaotic in there. For example, like that. Almost sure that it's not functional. But I have to try. It requires wood to light it. Hold on. I have mod that requires wood to light all of the stoves and fireplaces. I'm going to find really quickly wood in debug. Or not quickly. Just okay. Show me only custom content. Here it is. I'm just going to grab a couple just in case I need them. Go light it. No, she cannot reach it. It was worth a try. In order to them to be able to use it, there should be nothing in their way, which I cannot do because there is literal platform in the way. And I think it's platform. I don't think there is like that's because of the like shelf above. I think it's because I literally shoved the stove in the platform. Maybe if I move it a little bit forward. Why time is moving? Stop. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Calm down. More like, I don't know, a little towards me. This looks odd. I don't like it. No, not elevate. No. I moved something else, not that stuff. I moved fireplace behind it. Maybe it's fireplace. Maybe I just have a little hope that it doesn't care about platform. Maybe.
Chupaza! Boy,
Look at her sitting there. Okay, this is so cute. She's like sitting on the platform. With the pillows behind her. I love this. Okay, what I wanted to do. I wanted to... First of all, these things need to be lower. Or is it? No, it doesn't need to be lower actually. Okay, I want to see if it is platform or if it is a fireplace that shoved in there.
no bean.
No, it's platform, so
Jorg.
there is nothing I can do about it. You can see like a hole in there. What if I just entirely disassemble that thing? Like, do I need the platform? Can you use it like that?
Sims A.
No.
Bolane.
What? Is it shelf? I swear, if I put back everything and it's just shelf in her way. Okay, how much of that thing I can bring back? And bed, it also yeeted bed. Oh. Okay, I need to redo everything. Hold on. Do I need this fireplace? Okay. Let's say I want to make this thing functional. We need entirely different plan in that case. It would be so nice to have it functional. Fireplace they can actually cook in, that would be so good. But I think in that case, shelf, if I want to put anything above the stove, shelf needs to go from the basement. Okay, let me think about it. We basically need to... We need a new plan. Let me tool module. A scale like 1.5. Maybe? And now we'll move you in place. Maybe I can just move you in place. like this. And okay. And go lower. Oh, it has outside lighting. Why you have outside lighting suddenly? You have inside lighting there, but confusing. Okay. Go stand there for a second. Maybe we can just do this with different chimney. Did you end up naming characters? Yes. I gave them all names. If you're curious, I can like read their names to you. But I just didn't know if anyone would care for their names. This looks interesting. It almost looks like a shelf. Huh. I'm curious. Okay, I can read your names really quick. Hold on. So I named, this is like the eldest person in the family, the matriarch of the family, the father of the rest of the Sims are dead. She's the mom. Her name is Yaroslava Novak, and one of her sons, she has two like biological sons, and other kids are adopted. One of her sons named after her, his name is Yaroslav. I also may read some of these names, most of these names with like on a Ukrainian manner, but I will try to read them properly if they come from different Slavic countries. Her older son's name is Zvonko, and she has two adopted daughters, Stana and I think this is Marzena. It's not Ukrainian name, it sounds Polish to me. I think I don't know if it's Polish. I think it reads Marzena. And then her sons have wives, and those wives' names Mira and Brana, or Brianna. I actually don't know proper pronunciation of this name. I want to say Brianna. And she has one grandchild, her older son's son. His name is Zoran. And I prepared a list of the names that I really like, that we're going to pick from for Vuk's and Blanche's children. And there is some names I noticed that resemble the English word for dragon. I have a literally notebook with notes. Yes, I write everything on paper. and I wrote a list of names that I potentially want to use. And I wrote names Dragomir, Dragoslav, I Dragon, or Dragon. They don't mean dragon. In the languages they come from, but they sound exactly like the word dragon. I think for Blanche, given those names to one of her sons, one of those names, because they're really similar. I think for Blanche it would be perfect. Maybe she like hears this name and she's like, oh, it sounds like a dragon, and my family had a dragon. And yeah, they probably are going to have son named Dragoslav. I'm excited for that. I knew only two of the names. The other ones were nice discovery. I also knew very few of these names. I googled for them. I googled like medieval Slavic names because I can't just use technically names that I hear around me all the time, because a lot of them are old. But I wanted to use a little bit more. I wanted to use ones that don't sound too familiar to me, because when I hear names like Ivan, Nikolai, something like that, they sound like too familiar. I cannot be giving character in the sim my grandpa's name. Like, there's something about that. I know that's a bit weird. I think maybe I should be excited about using names that are familiar to me, but I wanted a chance to use older ones and more unusual ones. And also they unusual for me now. Maybe for somebody they are very common names. Let's go back to fighting this fireplace. But I had very good time going through lists of those names. What I am even looking for at this point. Can I turn this thing upside down? Rotate. Be like 180. I think I can. Wait, maybe one. I think I found it. I think I found what I need. Let's scale it to 2. Oh, okay. I feel like I'm building out of blocks in Minecraft, just a very tedious version of Minecraft. What? Why are you going up? Okay, wait. Let's do -1. Yeah. And another time. Okay. Why you have outside lighting? Is it because it's in the basement? Is it in the basement or is it outside? I think it's in the basement. Can he make a basement? I cannot. Where is tool for basements? I'm losing it. Okay. No, it still has outside lighting, despite the fact that I thought that game thinking that it's in the basement. If I put a candle in here. It's teasing me. When I'm picking it up, it has inside lighting. When I'm putting it down, it has outside lighting. I don't think putting it lower will help. I think it's because of the size. Let's make you... I forgot what size this is. Is it 2? Yeah, it's 2. Let's make 1.5. This is so frustrating. Why you now permanently have outside lighting? It's completely inside. I wanted to use it basically just like a little block and cover the top with this piece. I think that would work perfectly. It now has inside lighting. Okay. I'm gonna take that. I'm not even gonna ask questions. I kinda want to make it bigger. Kind of too big. Okay, maybe not elevate. I did 1.5. Let's do 1 and 3. Okay, this might work. I just need like 3 of these. I don't know, maybe a little bit smaller. that was? Yeah, I think 1 and 3 was perfect. Okay, undo this. And I think I'm going to need 3 of them to fill up space till the wall. I'm going to do 4 just in case. Can I copy like? No, I don't think I can copy it with all of its changes through tool mode. And then when I will finish with all 3 of them, we're going to see if stove still works and if I like how it looks. Okay, I made you it's acting weird. Okay, it's fine. Do I like the look of this? We did lost like the curved. This is the picture I was looking at this whole time. Open it. Yeah, like that. We lost this curved part. But it's now functional. So now actually can cook in it. Maybe I can do something else to kind of bring it back. Have just like this open fireplace. It may be not curved, but it has the like opening of the fireplace. It has the spirit. But anything that I will add, I need to add from, oh, let me do this. I need to add from the basement because otherwise it will mess with stove. Let's see if you can use it. Yeah, for now stove is functional. Dislikes mischief. What are you doing, guys? Just standing in the big group teasing each other. Can you not use curved arch? Do you mean like a ball? Wait, I didn't even thought about that. Because technically I don't have wall right here. I deleted them. But I could try. I think this could work. Calm down. Calm down. Like this tall. And if we have curved arch short enough, say all too tall, I kind of want to go because even if I shrink the arch opening will be the same height. Window? Can she use it through the window? A window's even too tall. And I need like a open window without glass. And I don't think she can use it through the window. But idea is fun. This looks so silly. What other windows do you have? We have these. I don't like the look of that, but just out of curiosity, can you use it?
Long
No.
so. Buffeting.
She cannot use a stove through the window. That's unfortunate. I think she would be able to through the arch, but arches are too tall. Just to play test it if arch was right height. No,
Yemph.
you cannot. Okay, that surprised me because I thought she would be able to. Because it's literally like a opening. Okay, what else? Maybe this. Okay. Now I need to decide what to do next. Maybe we kind of just forget the arch and try to use a fireplace just for opening of it and like lift it from the I just need something to enclose it from the top, whether it would be arch or square. Maybe I should go back to shells. Surfaces. I mean, we have just like a block of stone. Looks weird on the top, but probably could go on the bottom if I raise it up from the basement. Don't these cabinets have like weird stone swatches? It's grey stone. I have no idea where the thing is. Almost. Just going to need a right lighting. honestly have no idea how to light it up properly. What did I just do? They're going to have outside lighting? Yes. That's not what I want. Light, and if I lift it up, I mean, it kind of works. It like needs a bit. Like some tedious lights placement. There's probably easier ways to do all of these things. I just don't know them. Okay, something kind of like that. Why is this wall has like a indent? It's not. It looks different from this one. Like this corner is smooth. And this one has indent in it. This game. Why?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay, it's functional even with shelf above here somehow. I was expecting that that I will have to place it from the basement also. This is as close as I was able to get to the vision of the stove while keeping it functional. I will probably change this shelf for something else, but that's going to be some other time. Thank you for making us all some honey lemon tea.
Oh.
That was very lovely. It's been 3 hours. Also, ignore the ceiling. I don't know how to paint those pieces. It literally doesn't let me. For some reason. It's been 3 hours. That's all we have done. I'm going to change this shelf. I don't like it. It's all we have done in 3 hours. Also, imagine bed back in here. It got deleted at some point, but I will put it back. Bed is not that complicated to put in there. Surprisingly easy to make work. But we have fully functional kitchen. We only lack sink, but I will just use custom content barrel or something. Because in this house I'm using custom content. So in 3 hours we made this much progress. Because I decided to make this stove functional. That annoys me so much. We barely done anything to outside. But it looks somehow, I like how it looks already. Oh, in the evening, so beautiful. There's something charming about it. But that's will be all for today for this stream. I feel a little bit bad about not finishing the whole house, considering that it's a relatively small house. But that's just how I build. That's my process, and maybe there is value in seeing the tedious parts of the process, when in the videos I usually would cut them out entirely. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It was fairly fun. This will be a house for our future werewolf side household. I don't know where I'm going to finish the episode. I mentioned in the beginning of the stream that because where I live, lately we've been having like our electricity is off very often for many hours of the day. I'm still like making progress on the video because I'm choosing to make that progress because making these videos is a big distraction for me, but the progress is slow, so I really don't know when it's going to be. I hope soon, because I cannot wait to share with you the next episode. And if I'm going to stream after video is already out, because the next episode of Ultimate Decays is year 1349, which is technically 50th year because we started from year 0, because the next episode of Ultimate Decays is 50th year. Next stream after that episode can be like a little tiny celebration of 50 years of Ultimate Decades. It's been very fun, exciting to go through these 50 years with you. I don't know if that stream will be any different from these regular streams. We're just going to play Ultimate Decades, have some wedding, have a wedding, have a couple of birthdays. Just hang out together and celebrate in that way. That we went through the whole of 50 years in Ultimate Decades. Thank you for being here. I'm really grateful for that. I have this like a fear that if I'm not gonna post regularly, people will just forget because just how much of content is out there. So I know that I'm really grateful for everyone who's watching, for each of you. I cannot form sentences already. It's very late for me in the day. And I really value your support. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great night. Sweet dreams if you're going to sleep. I'm going to sleep after that. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm excited to see you the next time, wherever it be. Bye!